Excel Chapter 9, pages 442 through 444. On page 442, you need to read all about validation rules and using formulas to define complex validation criteria, okay? And when you're finished reading that, at the top of page 443, to restrict the series values to a list of entries. Click cell B9. All right, let's go. Click cell B9. You'll create a list validation rule for this cell. On the Data tab in the Data Tools group, click the Data Validation button. In the Data tab, Data Tools group, Data Validation button. Click on the Settings tab. It stays on Error Alert because that was the last tab we used. Click on the Settings tab. 3. Click the Allow arrow and then click List. The dialog box expands to display the source box. You can enter values separated by commas directly in the source box, or you can select a range of valid entries in the worksheet. Click the Collapse button next to the source box so you can see the entire worksheet. You can also grab this and move it. Step 5. Select the range A16 through A21. A16 through A21, which lists the valid 6 entry values. And then click the Expand box. The Data Validation dialog box returns to its full size and displays equals the absolute value of A16 through the absolute value of A21. Step 6. Click the Input Message tab. Click the title box and then type Series. Click in the Input Message box. Click the arrow and select one of the choices listed. Always go back and proofread. Click the Error Alert tab and then verify that Stop appears in the Style box. You want to prevent a user from entering a value that is not included in the list of values you specified. Step 9. In the title box of the Error Alert, type Invalid Series. Step 10. In the Error Message box, type An invalid series has been entered. Click Retry, press the Escape key, and click the arrow to the right of cell B9. Select A, B, C, D, E, or F. Alright, that is on page 443, step 10. Let's get that typed in. Alright, did you get it typed in and then correct all of your typos? I had to go back and correct mine. When you get that all in there correctly, go ahead and click on OK. Alright, moving on. To create a list validation rule for the location cell, click cell B10. You will create a list validation rule for this cell. On the Data tab in the Data Tools group, click the Data Validation button. Click the Settings tab. In the Allow box, select List. Click the Source box and then select the range B15 through C15. So B15 through C15. This range contains the two values you want to allow users to select for the seat location. Step number 4. Click the Input Message tab. Type location in the title box. In the Input Message box, click the arrow and select Orchestra or Balcony. Step 5. Click the Error Alert tab. Verify that Stop appears in the Style box. The title box is invalid location. And the error message, an invalid location has been entered. Click Retry, press Escape, and click the arrow to the right of cell B10. Select Orchestra or Balcony. So, look at page 443. At the bottom of the page, step 5, and type in that error message. When you get that all typed in, go ahead and press OK. And you'll see that a button appears next to the location of Balcony in cell B10. Go ahead and flip to the next page. You know what, right now, before I go any farther, I'm going to hit my Save button because that was a lot of typing. Alright, on page 444, to test the data validation rules, click cell B8. The input message appears in a screen tip indicating the type of data allowed in the cell. You'll enter an invalid value to test the validation rule for the ticket quantity field. Number 2, type 30 and press the Tab key. The invalid data, number of tickets message, right here, box opens, informing you that the value you entered might be incorrect. The entry 30 is incorrect. You'll enter a valid number. Click the No button, and then type 4 and press your Enter key. The data is entered in cell B8. Cell B9 is the active cell and the input message for series appears. Step number 4. Click the arrow to the right of cell B9 and click B. The value is accepted. The only way an error occurs in cells that have a list validation is if an incorrect entry is typed in a cell. You'll try that method. In cell B9, type G. Okay, an invalid series message comes up. Go ahead and click on Retry, and then press the Escape key to return the original value to the cell. Step number 7. Click the arrow to the right of cell B9, and then select C. In cell B10, enter mezzanine. You're going to get an invalid location message. Click Retry and then Escape to return it to its original value. Reach up and click on Save, and you're ready to move on to the next video.